Creating a Culture to Win. Coach DiBernardo, episode 4. So when we talk about creating a culture to win, I look at it in two different ways. You know, there's people who make mission statements. They can print out the messages they want on T-shirts. They can go around and talk about it in meetings. For me, it's all that's cool, but honestly, it doesn't mean anything to me. So for me, the number one thing is, do you live your culture every day in your actions? Because actions are the only thing that speak culture to me. They are. Actions is what you get, what you get buy-in from. If you can't connect all your mission statements and your laminated posters and the slogans on the back of your T-shirt to your daily actions, you have nothing. So remember, there's two options when coaching a team, running a business, organization, whatever it is. You can kind of ignore culture and let the organization, let the team kind of develop in the way that it's going to develop, where you kind of don't have that much control over it and whatever happens, happens. Or your actions can create that culture, your intentional actions. So I personally don't like to talk about stuff, and I don't like to preach, because words, again, I always say this, words for me, they could be very powerful words if chosen correctly and put in the right context, but actions always mean more than words to me. So, you know, you hear a lot of the coaches, we're going to be warriors, we're going to do that. Just show it to me. Just show it to me. I actually don't want to hear your 12 core values, because you're going to lose me after 3. I just don't even understand it. So for me, you know, I call that noise, and that's no disrespect. This is, people could do it in such a great way, but for me, it's all about actions. I'll give you an example about actions and stuff like that. I can remember coaching one of my high school captains, and it was on one of those teams that I talked to you about that was maybe 1 win and 15 losses or something like that. Super nice kid, worked really, really hard. I eventually brought him to NCAA school where I was coaching at. And I remember calling him up and say, hey, you want to run tomorrow? Yeah, coach, I want to run. All right, I'm going to get you at 4 a.m. in the morning, right? So 4 a.m. in the morning, I get him. We buy Gatorade. We put the Gatorade in the woods on the route that we're going to run, and we start running. And it's 23 miles. So we complete the 23-mile run. And my point is, you call a kid up and tell him to be ready at 4 in the morning, and you run 23 miles. I think we finished the Gatorade and we drank water out of a stream. If that doesn't convey a work ethic, I don't have to say anything. That's a work ethic. Now, there's some teams, like I remember Virginia Tech brought a beat-up metal lunchbox to every game in practice to remind them, you know, that they're a blue-collar team, a work ethic team. Cool, because that lunchbox, it wasn't a lot of words. It's a symbol that means something, and that could actually be very powerful. I think John Madden had, like, the players made some player of the game award. I think it was a roll of tape or something like that, and it meant a lot to those guys. We used to do like a shin guard or something for the stuck-in player of the game, who was the toughest guy on that field. And, you know, that shin guard represented that work, that kind of grit, that kind of tenacity, that kind of bravery and courage on the field. So it wasn't just words; it was a symbol. But for my actions, I'll connect some of the actions for the team culture. As a coach, I pick up the equipment. So yes, the players pick up equipment, but I'm the first one to pick up the cones, to put the balls in the bag, to you name it, because I am no more important than the players. Listen, I haven't been late to training ever. I missed 3 practices in 17 years. And one of them, 2 of them were doctor things. And one of them, I got stuck in the elevator. I was in Brooklyn or something. I got stuck in the elevator with some with some Wall Street trader who was losing his mind. And it took 2 hours for the fire department to get us out. So, things happen sometimes, but 3 practices in 17 years, right? The other thing I'll say is, listen, the kids are always, your players, your employees, they're always looking at you. So you give up a goal, you go down 2 goals, whatever it is, and you start to mail it in because you're pissed and the look on your face gets dejected, and then you get quiet and you sit down and you're disengaged, or you're just overly concentrated on this ref sucks, we got screwed on this. The kids know that's not how you fight back and you win and you show self-belief. Nah, they're looking at that and that's your reaction. This doesn't help anybody. You need to be into it. You need to be clapping. Let's go. Let's get it back. It's not easy, right? You go down 1-0 in the national final. Let's go. Let's pick it up. So that takes a little bit of character, but that's action. That's action building culture. Now, that's just the way it goes. I can remember my biggest losses, because you always remember, unfortunately, your biggest losses. You remember the games that you lost. And I lost multiple national championship finals and high school finals, and it was hard, very hard. But the first thing I did was shake the other team's hand, say good luck or congratulations. I looked at my team and said, it's time to get to work again. That's what we do, let this sink in. We get stronger from it and we continue on. It's what it is. And you need leaders that are going to do that. You don't need don't ever blame the players, Like, no, let's move on together. So let me just leave you with this, that your actions are your culture. Remember that. Your actions are your culture. So if you want to lead, you lead with your actions. And tying this into episodes before, never lead with your ego. That is, you're going to find yourself in trouble with that. So lead with your actions. That's how champions are created. Have a great day. Coach D, gotta go. See ya.